everyone, I'm Mind, and I just got another issue of the LEGO Ninjago Magazine. This month's magazine comes with a Core Cole minifigure, but as always, we'll take a look at him at the end of the video. For now, let's take a look at the magazine itself. So here's the full cover of the magazine. It says, LEGO Toy, Cole plus Hammer plus Katana. LEGO Toy, Twin Hammer, Katana. Glad they said it twice. Cole. Nia Secrets, Water Go. Remember when she said Water Go in the show? Pirate Problem, can the ninja make the sea safe again? Epic Comic. And then we have Kalmar's Last Charge. So it looks like we're not entirely free of Seabound yet. We still have like the Nia logo at the top and Seabound J on the front. Are we, we'll see at the end of this issue, I guess, if next month's issue, has somebody else on the front. I know who the minifigure is for next month, though, and that's very exciting, but we'll see that at the end of the video. For now, let's look at this issue. The only reason I ask is because we got our first, like, crystallized tie-in comic last month. So I'm curious to see what this issue's comic is. So the table of contents, as always, yeah, still very Seabound themed. We have our toy, Cole. It is no secret that the Earth Ninja loves cake, but did you know that Cole's favorite color is orange? You can see it on his new suit, even the katana has been adapted to Cole's preference. I'm absolutely starving. Oh, okay, Cole. Wicked. Cole has never had a pure golden bashing tool before. It's a shame it'll have to be soiled by villains. Oh well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Failsafe. Villains have always bounced off Cole. With a protective shirt underneath his new suit, which looks like a brick wall, the Earth Ninja always has a rock-hard defense. Build your hammer. Cole's had a lot of bashing tools. It's time for you to design a new hammer for him that's bigger, stronger, and muddier than any before. Use your LEGO bricks to build the ultimate Giga Hammer. Alright, and then we have a little matching game where you have to match the hammer parts to the hammers. These, like, I don't know, these games aren't that difficult, but I can see this one maybe being a little confusing because they are such similar builds. So maybe this one's better than the rest, but I don't know. I personally, I know I am a 20-year-old man talking about a children's magazine, but I personally feel like even for kids, this game, like, what is this game? There's not much thought that goes into it. Anyway, then we have, oh yes, we got Cole's Cool Dance. I've been waiting for Cole's Cool Dance. Oh, this is so funny. Someone at the magazine studio took a bunch of pictures of Cole with the hammer in different positions. And he's dancing. Happy with his new bashing tool, Cole's created a hammer dance. Alright, so this is the dance sequence, and you have to follow that from the beginning to the end. Interesting. So it looks like we actually have core renders for the Ninja now too, not just the Seabound renders. So we are moving more modern. We're finally getting core renders when it's time for Crystallized to come out, but you know what, we're getting somewhere. Anyway, we have Gripe's Gross Villainy. Prince Kalmar's henchman Gripe has messed up the ninjas' new outfits. Complete the correct ninja outfits, their matching symbols, the elemental powers, and their names below. Okay, that's kind of fun. Not especially difficult or anything, but I don't know, as a kid, I would definitely like to, try to memorize all the ninja symbols and everything. Everything but the symbols, though. Those are those are pretty easy. As tricky as it gets. And these just 3 mazes. Okay, yeah, it is just 3 mazes, but it says you only have 1 minute per maze. That's fun. Mazes are a very simple but effective game. Shock Blinded. A huge blast wave has blinded the heroes and villains for a moment. This is your chance to color new exciting looks to the silhouettes. Grab your pens. So this is just a coloring page where you're coloring in a Hydro Whipper, Kalmar, Zane, and I think that's Lloyd or Kai? Can't really tell from the silhouette. It's interesting how the top of their heads are outlined. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. It's I don't know, it looks strange. Kind of looks like they have an Instagram filter on them. And now we have the comic. So as always, I'm not going to read the entire comic to you guys, but feel free to pause the video and read it for yourself. And if I notice anything especially funny or interesting, I will stop and point it out to you guys. Okay, so apparently after the flood, a bunch of people have started living in the trees that they're above the land. That's a kind of funny concept. So the ninja have to help get them down. Okay, interesting. So the story was very goofy to begin with. It's just like, oh, they gotta get the people out of the tree, and then they invite them on the Destiny's Bounty, and that gets them out of the tree. But this was all Cole's idea. And now Lloyd's debating, maybe Cole's a better leader than I am. And this actually helps work with Lloyd's arc at the beginning of Crystallized. Why he's so down, he's realizing that, hey, maybe if Cole had been the leader, this wouldn't have happened. This is actually really cool. I like this so far. Alright, and then it looks like Captain Soto is hijacking another ship. And this ship is a bunch of people who decide to live on the sea so that their homes can't be flooded because they live on the sea anyway. Okay, interesting concept. Alright, then we have an ad for the Jurassic World magazine randomly in the middle of this magazine, and then we have the poster. So here's the first of the 2 posters. It just says Ninjago, and it's got all the ninja in their scuba suits and then Nia in her energy form. I think this one's good. I'm never a huge fan of the text on them, but this text isn't that bad. I like the design of it. And the entire background's pretty cool. I like how it's not blue like every other Seabound poster. The green's pretty nice. And then the other side is the Zane poster, and you can see it's got some Zane moments from Seabound. It's got Scuba Zane right there. And I think this one's pretty good too. I think we've gotten this for a few of the other Ninja in recent magazines, but this looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of it. 2 fairly solid posters this month. But now we are back to the magazine where we have Bang on Target. Benthamar and Gripe are competing against each other in a shooting contest, add up the points and find out who's better or not. Alright, so you just do math. You figure out, oh, Benthamar shot these ones, Gripe shot these ones. I bet Benthamar wins, because they always want the good guys to win. Uh-oh, we got sea water. And this one's just like, oh, Mash Kai with a silhouette. And then now we are back to the comic. Oh no, they're taking down the cargo ship. Oh wow, what? Okay, there's a lot of things happening in this comic. So they defeat Captain Soto, they tie him up, and suddenly they're at the lighthouse again, and they're talking about... Jay's telling Cole about Skybound. Okay, that's cool, I wasn't expecting that. Wow, okay, that's a... Wow. That wasn't the ending I was expecting for this comic. So Echo Zane is back, Jay meets up with Echo Zane, and they're like reminiscing about Skybound, but Echo Zane doesn't remember. And this is like how Jay ends up at the lighthouse. That's very interesting, so this leads right into Crystallized. That's fascinating. I do wonder, like, is this canon? Like, was Echo Zane actually here? Because we never actually see Echo Zane in Crystallized. Very curious, very interesting. Yeah, overall I liked this comic. There was a lot of really good elements, but it kind of felt like there was 4 plots going on. Because we had the tree plot, the Lloyd feeling not enough plot, the Captain Soto plot, and then now we have the Echo Zane lighthouse plot. And I'd say about 2 out of 4 of those I really liked. The other 2 out of 4 were very silly but fun. So yeah, overall I'd say it was a fairly solid comic. Just felt maybe a little bit aimless. But anyway, let's see what the next page has. Alright, this is a bio all about Nia. We've gotten this for a few Ninja in the past few magazines. That just talks about Nia in the show and like everything about her. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of this, but feel free to pause it for yourself. Alright, and then next... Alright, and then we have a series of 3 games between Jay and Benthamar, and this is like a dice game where it says the rules right here. I'm not going to go through them all, but it's kind of interesting. It's very different. Then you have a quiz about Seabound, then you have a number battle, or I guess, you just roll dice to see who has the higher number, and then you see who won the more games out of the 2 of you. That's pretty fun, actually. All 3 of these games are pretty good, and I like how they're all linked together. Then we have The Last Resistance. Oh, we have all the Hydro Whippers, all my boys. Man, every time I see this great minifigure render, I wish it was real. Like, that is a minifigure. That is not like a 3D render. That is straight up a minifigure, because you can see it has the solid eyes, and it's got the Master of the Mountain armor, too. That is designed to be an actual minifigure. I wish that was real. He's so great. I love him so much. But anyway, there's 4 different missions here. This is another creative activity. I like this one too. Yeah, they've actually got a decent number of like very unique ones. Sometimes these magazines will feel very samey, but no, this one's pretty good so far. I actually think this is the end of it, so let's see what's on the next page. Yup, we have the advertisement for next month's comic. And look at that, guys. Next month's comic is coming with Golden Dragon Kai. Now that is one I cannot wait to get. I'm so excited to get crystallized minifigures in these magazines, and I was really worried when we started getting core, because I was like, oh no, are we just going to get core for the next 6 months? But no, we only had 2 months of core, now we're moving on to crystallized, and I cannot wait to see all the cool minifigures we get. Golden Dragon Kai is one of the best minifigures of this wave, so I'm so happy that I'm going to get a second from this magazine, and I can't wait to see like what minifigure is next after it. I'm personally hoping for another Golden Dragon Zane. Also, some more of the generals would be cool, maybe Harumi or Pythor the mechanic, or Asphira. Honestly, any of them but the Skull Sorcerer. Skull Sorcerer is kind of lame, just because you could very easily make a custom of him. But any of the other ones that actually have exclusive parts, getting them in the magazine would be very cool. And then even like the normal versions of the Ninja would be nice to get seconds of. But anyway, yeah, I'm rambling. I'm so excited for next month. Stay tuned, because obviously I will cover that magazine on the channel when it arrives. Cannot wait to get this one. It's super cool. And also, it looks like it will actually be a crystallized magazine, because you can see it has crystallized Zane on the front. It's got the new Lloyd logo. Strangely, though, I don't see an advertisement for the comic. Is there maybe not a comic next month? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I hope there is, though, because a crystallized comic would be very cool. And then finally, at the very end, we have Ninja Door Hangers. Maximum power. Please enter. I order you. Stop. And then on the other side, we have Command. Hop aboard, and roar, go away. Pretty good, pretty good. I will definitely be cutting these out and bringing them to my college dorm. But anyway, that's about it for the actual magazine, so now let's take a look at the minifigure, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts. So here is the minifigure included with this magazine, Core Cole. And now, I am not a fan of the core minifigures coming in these magazines just because they are so common in the sets. Like, I'm pretty sure I have 4 or 5 of every single core minifigure, or more actually, because I did that Evo Mech video and I got a ton of extras. But anyway, just on the base sets, most of the Ninja you can get 4 or 5 of, except for Cole. Cole only comes in 2 sets, and they are $80 and $100. So somehow, despite core being a very oversaturated wave, this is a somewhat uncommon figure. So getting him in such a cheap magazine is very nice to see. I'm perfectly happy to get a third of this figure, and aside from the fact that he is the most uncommon one, he also is just a fairly good minifigure. I really love the orange printing on top of the black, and that undershirt armor design is super cool. The pants are a bit strange how they're dark tan, it kind of looks like he's wearing khakis, but I think at least from the front the transition from the torso into the legs is fairly good, even if it does look a bit abrupt on the sides. The one orange arm is very cool too, it ties in really well with the rest of his color scheme, and the weapon he comes with in this magazine is super cool. It's this giant hammer with these 2 gold crystals at the top, and I think that's a super fun design. I always love when these magazines come with really unique weapons, and this for sure is one of them. I also appreciate that it did come with this armor, because the island figures did not come with their armor, even though it is the same armor piece. And all around, I think he's just fairly solid. Here's how he looks with his armor and hood removed, and there's his back torso print as well as his alternate face. You can see his back torso print has that ninja symbol on it, and more of that rocky design on the back. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of getting core minifigures in these magazines in general, but you know what, if I'm going to get any of them, I'm very happy for it to be Cole. But now that we have Cole, I'm happy that next month is not going to be another core figure, it's going to be a crystallized figure. So, what are my overall thoughts on this magazine? This magazine was really good all around, genuinely. I don't really have any complaints. The games were really unique, the posters were really good, the comic was all over the place, but good all around. And the minifigure is pretty solid too. Would I have preferred a crystallized minifigure to a core minifigure? For sure. But as I said, if they're going to give us a core minifigure, I'm happy that it's this one. And I actually do think it is good for kids who are fans of Cole, because if they can't afford the bigger sets that he's in, this is a nice, cheap, and affordable way to get him. But those are just my thoughts on this magazine. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!